Hi, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. Tonight we're going to be talking about one of my favorite games. Me and my fiance like this game a lot. We first played it at my friend's house. First thing I'm going to do is talk about what components will come in the game. You get a rule book that's 4 pages. I printed this one off the internet because I lost my pages. You get 1 standard die, so I recommend, for each player you get 1 die, so it's like you have to keep passing the die around. And you'll get some cards. You get 94 door cards. I sleeved mine with sleeves. As you can see, I got more than just the cards that come with. I got expansions for it. I got all the expansions, Munchkin Quest 1 through 6. And then you'll get a set number of door cards. They're not like collector's games, so they're standard. So whatever comes in one Munchkin set will come in the other one. And you'll get 74 of these treasure cards. Okay, so that's what comes in the game. Now, basically how Munchkin works is each player will get 2 cards from each deck. 2 from I color mine red and green. Red for the event deck and green for the treasure deck. You can use whatever colors. I rather prefer just sleeves. It keeps the cards from getting, because they're handled quite a bit in Munchkin. Now in quick play mode, I usually play the quick play mode where you get 4 cards from each deck. So you get like 4 cards from each deck, but in this case, just normal rules, you get 2 cards from each deck. Now the red deck, or the doors deck, you have things from monsters, from anywhere from the plutonium dragon to snails on speed, all kinds of stuff like that. And then the treasure deck, you'll go up to level cards, and badass bandana, boots of running really fast, cloaks of obscurity, and then also the red deck's got curses like Curse, Duck of Doom, which is one of the most famous cards from this set. It's the most dangerous curse, I believe, because in the sense that once that duck's on your head, it's stuck on there unless you have a helm on your head. So it's one of those really nasty ones. But there's a whole bunch of other ones that change your sex and stuff. It's a real fast-paced game, and each turn, the first round, each player, after they set the characters up, you draw a card from the red deck, the door deck, and in your case the door deck. You flip it up, and you read out loud what it is. You say, "I'm kicking down a dungeon door." You flip it up, and you read what it says. So, in this case, I say, "I kick down a dungeon door," and I get a card called Super Munchkin. You'd read out the details on here, and if it's a monster, you face it. If it's a curse, it affects you immediately, if it can, because some curses may not affect you. And if it's a class or a race or anything else like that, it just goes in your hand. And then you have the option of A, looking for trouble, which would be playing a monster card from your hand that you think you can handle, or looting the room. Looting the room would allow you to take a card face down, only you can look at, and put it in your hand collection. After that, the phase comes up to if you have 5 or less cards, you'll get rid of them. If you have 6 or more, unless you're a dwarf. So if you have more than 5, you have to discard them. You give to charity. You got to give it to the person that's got the lowest level. If you're tied for the lowest level, everyone's tied for like the lowest level, then you just discard the card, or give it to someone that's they may need it or something. Okay. Now, if you draw a monster card, let's see if I can find it. This is all different decks. Just an example. This one's Psycho Squirrel, level 3. It says, "Will not attack females or wearers of the spike cod piece." Bad stuff. Lose 1 level. Speak in high squeaky voice until your next turn. So as you can see, this game's pretty humorous. So what you do is your character's level that he is at, and any bonuses that he has, items that he has acquired, he can add to them. And if that level beats that level that's on the monster card, minus any other thing, because your opponents can play things that boost up monsters, and you can also play stuff to lower your monsters. So there's a lot of sneakiness going on in this game. So once you beat it, if you do beat it, you get to go up 1 level, and then in the card it tells you how many treasures you get from the treasure deck face down. So then you get that treasure. Now, if someone helped you, if you couldn't beat this, you can ask for help, and in that case, you'd have to put the treasures face up and share them. So, also bad stuff. Now, if you're unable to beat this, you'd roll a die, and on a die you have to roll a 5 or better. Now, there's sometimes you'll say something, you'll get a -1 to roll away due to something that happens or something. But if you roll a 5 or better normally, you will avoid the bad stuff. Your turn will begin. Will end, and you go to the next person. It's a pretty easy game. I'll put up another video on how to play around, depending on time. I'll also, if I have editing software, I'll edit this and put it into tournaments. Now, Munchkin normally doesn't come with any aids. They tell you to make your own counters for going up levels. So I designed my own, and little counter here. If you want to know how to make these, I can just comment me and I'll tell you how I made these. I made these tokens, and these are all simply made. And these are for turning the gender of your character. So naturally you start out with a gender you are. Purple I made for girls, green for guys. And of course, maybe some counter beads would be nice too, because there's some things that'll have effect on you, like -1 to run away. You could put some beads on it, or just make a reminder that you got a minus to run away or something, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on, especially in large groups. But all in all sense, that's pretty much what Munchkin is. It's a great game. It's not for those that don't like randomness, that doesn't like games based on luck, because this game is based on luck, and it's also based on, if you have a group of people that can't take this game, kind of, oh, take this, take that, then you're definitely not going to want this game. But I find it a lot of fun. So did my fiance and a lot of our friends. In fact, I had a Munchkin outing and it turned out really well. Everyone had a blast with this game. So that's about it for gaming night tonight. Hope see you next time, and you guys have a nice night.